Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Copper Owl, bringing you a Yu-Gi-Oh video. I just got this in the mail, and I only got it for one card, and I overpaid because there's a card in here that is kind of affecting the meta at the moment. Well, about to, because it helps a certain deck that would lose if it went turn 1 go essentially skip the turns, so now it's at turn 3. So now they're going to be able to attack and you can't do anything about it. And they win the game instantly. And I thought, oh, well, couldn't this strategy work in other decks? Like, why hasn't anybody used this? Also, this thing is filled up on the shelves at Walmart. Everybody bought this. I got lucky and found 2 at a Walmart in a different town. But yeah, so I bought this one online, but I paid like too much for it. I paid like $12. But the card is supposed to be worth $14. Turns out I was wrong. The highest rarity, which is just rare, is worth $14. The common version that comes in this box is worth $8. So I broke even. Yeah, except for this one. But I get all these extra cards, and there actually is another card in here that I will be using. And the guy was nice enough to give me this packet. So first we're going to open this. And I'm sure all of you have seen this. Mine's never had, the other ones didn't have this. Now that I think about it. I'm going to open it from the bottom. Let's just show this off. And the card is in here. The Rex Raptor. Some of these don't have the little tab on them. I'll open this again. Because some of these have like a little tab that lets you open it, and other ones don't. Yeah. And keep in mind, I got 3 of these things. I got a bunch of useless cards. Oops, that I'm going to sell. These things could have been great if they had the new support like Miscellaneous Saurus or Ultimate Insect Queen and Ultimate Cocoon of Evolution. If they had those cards reprinted in these things probably would have sold a lot better than what they did, because this is not like good at all. It's like, yeah, you get a bunch of old school cards, but you don't get anything nice out of them except for like 1 or 2 cards, and they're not the best either. Like, okay, you got an increased rarity of Order to Charge, and it's like, no one's going to use this except in a speed duel. But wouldn't this have been cool if this was like a Change of Heart, or again, like freaking what's its face, the Night Dragon, or Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, or maybe even just a reprint of Miscellaneous Saurus, or another key combo piece card, or just a staple like Monster Reborn. I think that would have been pretty good, but no, they didn't do that. They built the decks based off the skills. So with the Weevil deck, it's based on your opponent having insect monsters. It would have been nice if we got a reprint of DNA Surgery, but we didn't. So we got Serpent Night Dragon. Like, this could have been cool as an ultra rare. 2-Headed King Rex. This is the better deck too. It's just all beat sticks. Uraby, Crawling Dragon number 2. This guy who's just giving it to him. Yep. That's how I see this card. And I ruined it for you. And there's a retrain, too, of this. And it just like, I see it as like, yeah, no, he's giving it to him. Anthrosaurus. This one actually is a good reprint because it's one of the Joey cards. It has it like, I'm going to try my best, Joey Wheeler. This man, like dinosaur, got a high IQ, even though he's lacking in the strength department. Kind of like you if you had a high IQ. Yeah. When does he go, yeah? It came with Black Tyranno, but this should have been Superconductor Tyranno. But I guess that this is supposed to be the Rex Raptor's boss monster. And I think it's dumb. He also should have came with Red Eyes Black Dragon, because Serpent Night Dragon is not a dinosaur. It's a sea serpent. Where is it? Yeah, it's a cool card. Cool old school card. Or no, it's not even a sea serpent, it's a dragon. So why didn't it come with Red Eyes Black Dragon? Why isn't there like a strategy with the Ultimate Evolution pills where you could turn a dinosaur into a dragon and make the deck based off that? Super Ancient Dino Beast? Mad Sword Beast, Gillosaurus, Gale Lizard, Dark Gerotops, Hyper Hammerhead, Elementosaurus, Black Stego, good like playground card. Gentlemander, which is a reptile. He's the only reptile in here. Raised Body Heat. Ultra Evolution Pill. So this is what I mean. Why isn't there a dragon version of this card in this set to make this deck work? This works on reptiles. That is one reptile in this deck. So, and he's a battle-oriented card, so he gets destroyed real easily. Oh no, the Gale Lizard is also a reptile, but he's a flip effect. Okay, let's see, is there another one? No. Two reptiles, both of them do not synergize with Ultra Evolution Pill. So yeah. Then we got Space-Time Transcendence, which is a good reprint. Banish 2 or more dinosaur monsters in your graveyard. Special summon 1 dinosaur monster from your hand or graveyard whose level equals the levels of those monsters, but it cannot attack this turn. I don't think actual dinosaur decks use this, but this isn't bad. It's a nice card. Cost down, which is like, okay, it helps out the deck be more beat sticky. Summoners are, I actually like Summoners art, just as a thing to get me my Summon Skulls to my hand and all that. Putting it out to the side. White Elephant's Gift is like, you should have been able to send it from your hand to get to draw to. Now here's the card, the pièce de résistance. Heatwave. Yeah, at the start of the main phase 1, neither the player can normal or special summon effect monsters until your next draw phase. So yeah, I'm going to include a strategy of how to use this with something else. But there's a synchro deck coming out that's just going to be like just spamming synchro monsters, just attacking, and all that. And it's like it loses turn 1 because it can't attack. So what does it do? Let's just skip both our turns where we can't play anything because everybody's running effect monsters. And then on the third turn, it's essentially my turn 1. This has also changed how I'm running my other decks. Like I'm not even running spell cards in like Archfiend. That's how weird it is. But putting it to the side, I have a strategy for it. Card Advance, I actually like. This is a card you use in the God card decks, but it does something with Archfiends that's really cool. So I like that. I don't like that I got 2 of them because now I have 6 of them. Hunting Instinct, Reinforcements, Pharaoh's Treasure, and this card. Limit Impulse. Send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard, special summon 2 soul tokens. Fiend, Dark, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense. They cannot be tributed except for tribute summon. I did not know this card existed. And it makes no sense that this card is in this deck. But it does something that actually helps me counter the Heat Wave. And I think that's what it was for. It's to, in case you have to deal with the Heat Wave or something. But what effectively it does, if I played Heat Wave, I could just set this card, do that, send in Archfiends, send my Fiendish Rhino Warrior or another monster. And Rhino Warrior gets his effect off no matter what. So I could send Archfiend arrows with that, I get a search. And I got 2 tokens to protect my board. Though my opponent probably isn't going to summon anything, but these 2 tokens could go into Master King Archfiend. They could go into Muckraker of the Underworld. They could go into they could be tribute fodder for my Archfiend Commander and all that. Or they could just protect me in case they do run a vanilla monster. So I was really surprised by this. And I'm actually going to run this in Archfiends because it's better than Fires of Doomsday, but also because it's a trap card. I don't have to worry about that. What was it called? The fragrant anti-spell fragrance. Yeah, I really like this card for token summoning, so I am going to use it. And it's 2 tributes. I can actually just tribute summon a Archfiend Emperor with that. Okay, so I really wanted just to show you the Heatwave thing, but we're going to look at Weevils. But first, buy my book, The Epic of Cassius Crossroads, authorhouse.com. The bug creatures in this are horrible in my book. So the Weevil deck is more like a stun deck or just a deck to summon out perfectly ultimate Great Moth. Oh look, here's the little tab. Real quickly. which I preferred it. I actually like the idea for the stun version because it has all those neat cards. But it should have come, like, again, Jar of Avarice. What? We don't need this. This should have been Paranoid or Parasite. You get his stuff, and then you get the Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, which is like, I have a secret rare of this. So. The Petit Moth, the Big Insect, the Basic Insect. All of these guys are lightweights. The Winged Cleaver, like, I think this is the first time I ever got him. Kamutoko, Alien Insect Queen. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know why. As a kid, I had a crush on Insect Queen. I don't know why. I just like something about it is like wow. Every time Insect Queen came out, I was like, it's Insect Queen. I was actually really happy and all that. And then it's like I saw the Ultimate Insect Queen, and I was like, I want to make a deck based around that. But insects are just such a weird deck that it's just, they're like dinosaurs. You just throw everything in there. Cocoon of Evolution. I wonder if Ultimate Cocoon of Evolution's like on sale. Maybe I should make insects. I'm not a bugoid. Man-eater bug, the most powerful card in the game. So powerful, eat you. Pinch Hopper. It's like a swarm look. Insect Princess. I thought when I saw Insect Princess for the first time, like at a card event, I was like, "What? There's a princess version!" I was like so happy, and I was just like, I forgot what she does. It's, all insect monsters your opponent controls can change. Opponent controls are changed to attack position. If this card destroys an insect monster by battle, this card gains 500 attack. Okay. So its whole shtick is that it just deals damage, extra, gets stronger, and takes care of the opponent's insects. But yeah, I was like really hyped about it, but I ultimately didn't care. And I thought it was like, what's with the shadow behind it? Also, it's like a butterfly, so it's like, that's not unless it's an imitation species, they don't eat other bugs. Gokipon, this is a roach. B-list soldier. I like that name, B-list soldier. Beatron, I think I remember seeing this coming from a pack, and I thought this was a really cool looking card. It's also dark. Laser cannon armor. I remember this as a kid. I always had this, like I had a rudimentary bug deck as a kid. It's like I would equip laser cannon armor. I like the Weevil deck because I really like the insect cards from back in the day, obviously. But but I could tell that, okay, the Rex Raptor was that deck is like, okay, I would run that deck over this one. Forest. Now here's a good card. Verdant Sanctuary. When I wanted to run bugs, I needed this card, and I had this whole mandala effect thing where like I know I own this card. I own this card 100%. And it turns out I don't. I own a card that looks similar to this. So I went crazy for a little while looking for this card. But yeah, insect neglect, the whole, like, let's stop your insects. Worm bait. This is a good reprint, but it was already reprinted before. Chanted Fitting Room. Dark Factory Mass Production. Amulet of Ambition. White Elephant's Gift. Eradicating Aerosol. I hate that they took out the God part, but I like this card. You use this when you play Hell Jumpers or Hell Divers too, okay? Gets rid of the bugs. Also for Starship Troopers. Spider Egg. Ah, spiders, get them off me, get them off. I once had a dream where that happened. I woke up going, get them off me, spider. Corrosive Scales. Adhesion Trap Hole, which, why bother? Order to Smash. Also, why Order to Charge is in the other deck, but Order to Smash is in this one. Why? Okay, so now let's get on to this little packet and now talk about the combo. We got another, technically, antagonist from Mako Tsunami. And his cards are supposed to be really good. So I might actually pull something really good in this. Marincess Seahorse. I don't care about the Marincesses. Also, I don't know which card is going to be the ultra rare or whatever. Marincess Bubble Ring. Marincess Blue Tang. Number 71 Rebellion Shark. I already have this in a better rarity. Buzzsaw Shark. Well, that was a letdown. I don't like the I don't care for Marincess. And I'm not a fan of sharks. I actually was hoping for a Fortress Whale. Now, that's a card that I really would like. Just the old school Fortress Whale. Just for the nostalgia, because I thought that was a cool card as a kid. Now, let me show you. Let me get all of this out of the way. But yeah, he didn't have to give me that Mako Tsunami thing. I thought that was like, okay, that was really nice. And all that. But there was literally nothing in there that I wanted. And I got nothing out of it. So, I guess he wasted product. But it was nice. So, Heatwave. So what you need for this, it's for gadgets. I love gadgets. Back when I was the mechanist, I would go in character and play as gadget. And sometimes I do wear the costume to the thing. So I play as Titan from, when I play Archfiends, I play as Titan. When I play, when I played Barrel Dragon, I was dressing as Bandit Keith. Though I'm taking apart the Barrel Dragon deck for the gadget deck. But really, all you need for Heatwave, it's like, okay, now it's turn 3, and let's say they don't set up anything. You just go pass. Because I pretty much realized it probably lost. But with this, all you really need is the Time-Tearing Morganite. And you got to draw into one of the gadgets and one of the gold or silver gadget. Gold or silver gadget, but I'm going to be running Infinitrack Anchor Drill as well. And I'm actually considering running Tin Goldfish as well. Just to get this combo going. Because what you got to do is summon out gold gadget and use special summon green gadget. And green gadget I might run at 3 in this deck. Because he's the one with the highest attack power. And he gets you red gadget who has the second highest attack power. So if you have the Morganite played, you've essentially won. And I'm going to run 3 Upstart Goblins to try to draw into the Morganite faster. And you just go. And or my liminal removals. Because that's how you win. They have nothing on board after the Heatwave. Liminal removal, double all their attacks. How much is that? 17 times 2 is... I'm going to look stupid. 34. 28. 26. Add that together. Let's 26 plus 34. That's... 6,000 plus 28, 8,800. You just won the game with just not even 3 cards. Well, sort of. You just won the game with essentially just having these 3 cards in your hand, or 4 cards in your hand, almost a full hand and everything. And keep in mind, I'm probably going to run 3 double summons as well, so I don't even need the Morganite. And also, I think having the Morganite in hand and all that makes it that you're more likely to draw, even if you only have one of these pieces in your hand, you're more likely to draw into them in the next turn. And even if you break and draw all of them, so long as you have the Morganite, you can still summon 2 of them. The only problem is getting the limiter removal. But even if you don't do that, let's say you have the Morganite after the Heatwave, and again, it's just to stop your opponent from doing stuff. That's what the Heatwave is for. And again, you have to draw it. It's the most important piece in the combo. But yeah, that's so the Morganite and the Upstart Goblin will help you get into the Heatwave. I mean, the Upstarts help you get into the Heatwave, not the Morganite. Because if it's already a turn has already passed, you probably filled up the board with negates. But if you're going turn 1 anyway, you still have Abyss Dweller, you still have all the other ranks and all that stuff. So even if you just have the Morganite, if you just have the no limit removal, what you can do, again, you've already used your 2 normal summons. Okay? You could effectively just go into the Utopias and swing in with that, and then just go into a link. Oh well, you're gonna have yellow, so you could go into platinum gadget. Then you go into yellow gadget, and then you can swing with all of them and overlay into into like an abyss dweller or something like that. There are different things you could do. I haven't fully tested everything, but this is just the OTK. Assuming they can't run any defenses, they could still set a monster. That's the thing. They can set a monster, and with that, it's like, okay, they still have 2,000 extra attack. So that's where you have to go into like a Utopia or into a powerful rank 4, and I gotta figure out which one, but because isn't there one that becomes like 5,000 attack? Oh, I gotta. I'm trying to remember. Is it? But yeah, that's essentially what you could do. And that's why I wanted the 3 heat waves. I try to use it in other decks. I've actually already done testing, and it doesn't work because the other decks actually need your opponent to have a monster on the field. Yeah. So, but there's another deck that might work as well, because it does something similar in that you are summoning a gold gadget and then you summon another monster, and that's the ships, the like Vic Viper deck, the Gradius deck, and they have a normal monster too, so you could use Heat Wave and summon out a normal monster still. So even if it's used against you, you could do something. So it gives you whatchamacallit. You could summon Victory Viper XX03, get your token, and it shares the same attack, and then you just use limiter removal, and it's 2,400 attackers. There you go, swing into with that. And that's what, 48 plus 36. It's not end game, but you could get into Gaga Cowboy. So, but I think the gadget deck is the most consistent. Also, you got the other one to boost the attack. Yeah, I think Victory Viper might actually be just as good of a deck with this thing. Dang it. Time-Terry Morganite? It's surely it is better in a sense. In that it's more powerful. I think oh no, wait. I think the Victory Viper you have to destroy monsters though. Unless you're summoning an Ibly. No, it's not. Or you have those other Vic Viper cards. The one that increases the attack. So that one could essentially work. Yeah, no, it's it does help that deck out. It does help it by a bit. But I don't think it's enough for me to invest more on buying more heat waves. Gadgets, I have all of them in like the good rarity. I have every single gadget card. I like the gadgets. I like the Vic Viper as well, but yeah, they're not they are missing like a searcher. They need a Stratos, and then that deck actually can work. They need a Stratos and they need an Ibly. Okay, and then that deck works as like a powerful OTK. But yeah, also it's very boring looking deck. It's just so bland and ugly. I hate ugly decks. It's like very boring artwork. And every other card you're gonna run in that deck is just so old school GX looking. It's just so bad. But anyway, thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen. You all have a nice day. Bye-bye.